How are you doing? Well, I wanted to post my video about same salvation for Jews and Gentiles on YouTube. And I realized that at the end I said something that I know YouTube would not appreciate. So I was already posting it and I had to take it off. Because the video was not made, for YouTube actually. So if you want to watch it, I hope you found my videos on BitChute, because thankfully I'm not blocked anymore from uploading on YouTube. But yeah, that's just the way it is. So yeah, same salvation for the Jews and Gentiles. I have to unfortunately put it on BitChute. But again, click on the bottom and see the whole video. It's about Acts 15. It's about the story of the gospel, of preaching the gospel from the beginning. That the gospel or the new covenant went to the Jews first for 7 years, just like Daniel said, the last week of Daniel, okay, 70th week, went only to the Jews. And a small group, a few people, accepted that new covenant, but most of them rejected it. And they rejected it fully. That's when these 70 weeks were over, when Stephen was stoned. And then the gospel went mainly to the Gentiles, but not because God closed the Jews' eyes. No, the eyes were closed before. If you watch really the Acts, when you read Acts and the journey of Paul, you see very clearly that the Jews, the eyes of the Jews, most of them were closed. There was a remnant. There was always a remnant, Jewish remnant, that accepted the new covenant in the gospel. And it's probably always been that way for the past 2,000 years. We see it today very clearly, that a remnant is always there who accepts the gospel. And the reason why the other people didn't accept the gospel, because they were stubborn. They were jealous. I said in my video on BitChute, and I also put it on Rumble. If you're more familiar with Rumble, it's also there on Rumble. You could watch it there. What I said there is that the Jews, they always, not all of them, of course, the ones that were rejecting the new covenant, they rejected it because they think they were not illegitimate children. That's what the Pharisees told Jesus. We are Abraham's children, okay? We are better than everybody else. We have no reason, or we don't have any reason to have a new covenant. We're already under a covenant. But they forgot that that covenant was broken by them whoring around with other gods. They forgot. Oh no, we are good. We can do whatever we want, and still God is calling us chosen people. Now, there's one video on YouTube, or not YouTube, BitChute or Rumble, about the salvation of, I think it says there's only one salvation in Jesus Christ. Watch that one. That's a really good one as well, because it shows clearly that there is only one, the same salvation. First, the salvation, the same message went to the Jews. The very same message. And then the same message went to the Gentiles. Matter of fact, the same message went to both of them. Paul, when he first went to the synagogue and preached the gospel, The Gentiles were there. They heard the same message and they accepted it. The Jews rejected it. Okay? Why? Because they were already blind. They were already blind. And therefore God blinded them even more. Because that's why Paul says they were blinded in part by God. But they were blinded because they are the ones who are rejecting that they need salvation in Jesus Christ. That's why. Because they think they're automatically saved and they're not. Period. That's why. And they will never change that. They are human beings, and all human beings reject God. Period. Or most of them. There's always only a remnant. But I'm coming to an end. I want you to watch this video. Sorry, the beginning sounds okay, and I don't know how to cut out the end. I put some stuff on the end that, sorry. But here we go. And then I'm also putting another one on there about forbidden topics, like the topic. Well, I'm not going to mention them, but if you are interested in getting the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, you need to watch these videos on BitChute or on Rumble, okay? Or on Rumble.